A young writer and a dream. Robson is a 30-year-old writer. He lives alone in a small apartment in New York City. Every morning, he wakes up early. Today, he opens his eyes at 7 a.m. The sun shines through his window. Robson stretches and gets out of bed. He walks to the kitchen. Time for coffee, he says to himself. He loves coffee. It is warm and strong. He makes a cup and sits at his small table. Robson looks out the window. He sees the busy street. People walk fast. Cars honk. After his coffee, Robson gets ready for work. He brushes his teeth and puts on a blue shirt and jeans. I look good today, he thinks, smiling in the mirror. He grabs his bag and leaves the apartment. Working at the bookstore. Robson walks to the bookstore. It is only a few blocks away. The air is fresh, and he enjoys the sounds of the city. When he arrives, he sees his friend, Sarah. She works with him. Good morning, Robson. Sarah says with a big smile. Good morning, Sarah. How are you today? Robson replies. I am great. I read a fantastic book last night, she says. Really? What book? Robson asks, curious. It's called The Great Gatsby. You should read it, she suggests. I've already read this book, it's a great classic of world literature, Robson answers. They start their shift at the bookstore. Robson loves this job. He helps customers find books. He tells them about his first book. I sold 800 copies, he says proudly. That's amazing, Robson. Sarah says. What is your new book about? Robson smiles. It is about a young couple in New York City. They have adventures in the big city. I want to show how exciting and sometimes difficult it is to live here. That sounds interesting. I can't wait to read it, Sarah replies. Throughout the morning, Robson helps many customers. He enjoys talking to them about books and stories. He feels happy when people smile and thank him. At 1 p.m., the bookstore closes for lunch. Robson and Sarah go to a small cafe nearby. They order sandwiches and fresh juice. I want to write better, Robson tells Sarah. I want my second book to be even more successful. You will do it. Just keep writing every day, she encourages him. After lunch, Robson returns to the bookstore. The afternoon passes quickly. Soon, it is time to go home. Writing at home. Robson arrives at his apartment and sits at his desk. His desk is small but cozy. He opens his laptop. Let's write, he says excitedly. He thinks about his characters. The young couple in his book is named Emma and Jake. They just moved to New York City. Robson imagines their first day in the city. Suddenly, he types. Emma and Jake wake up in their new apartment. They are excited but nervous. They look out the window. The city is big and full of life. Wow, look at the people, says Emma. I can't believe we are here. Jake smiles, let's explore. Robson smiles as he writes. He enjoys creating their adventures. He writes for 2 hours. Then he takes a break. He goes to the kitchen and makes more coffee. Dreams and expectations. As he drinks his coffee, Robson thinks about his dreams. He wants to be a famous writer. He wants people to love his stories. He wants to travel and meet readers. What if my second book is a hit, he wonders. What if I sell 1,000 copies? Or more? He feels excited about the possibilities. Robson sits back at his desk and continues writing. He imagines Emma and Jake visiting Central Park. They have fun in the park, and they meet new friends. Robson knows that friendships are important in a big city. At 8 p.m., he finishes writing for the day. He feels proud. I wrote a lot today, he tells himself. A new day ahead. Before bed, Robson reads a book. He loves to read before sleeping. It helps him relax. He goes to bed with a smile, thinking about his story and his characters. In the morning, Robson will wake up and do it all again. He will go to the bookstore, help customers, and write more of his book. He knows that every day is a new adventure. Robson dreams of a bright future. He believes in himself and his writing. I will make my dreams come true, he thinks, closing his eyes. And with that, a new day in New York City awaits him, full of stories, adventures, and endless possibilities. Robson's journey is just beginning. What do you think will happen next in his life?